Alright, so kule video le ngifuna sibheke ama scenarios whereby umuntu uzothatha i-loan, it's either from a bank or any other institution, and then nasekumele ayibhadare back, ayibhadare ngama installments, okay? And uthola ukuthi nakayibhadara back ngalama installments at some point ahluleke ukuyibhadara due to some reasons lawa now, maybe lo muntu lo face i-financial difficulty akasakhona ukuyibhadara, maybe asanamali at that time or for those months la angeke abhadare khona, right? So sifuna ukubona ukuthi lento leyo im-affecta kanjani loyo muntu loyo lobhadara lesikweleti if kunama-payments lawa missing in between, right? So into ekumele uyazi ukuthi if uzothatha i-loan, leyo loan leyo nasoyibhadara back kuzomele uyibhadare nama-interest, right? So the best way nawubhadara i-loan back ibhadare in time, khona ungazobhadara ama-interest amaningi, right? So sifuna ukubheka i-scenario la if umuntu unama-missing payments, sifuna ukubona ukuthi im-affecta njani, right? So ngizoyi-explaina nge-scenario ke le. So let's say there is a person and lo muntu loyo simbiza uMary, right? Asithi nangu uMary la, right? uMary ufuna ukuthenga imoto, okay? So le value le moto le ayithengayo, maybe let's say it's 150,000, okay? So nakafuna ukuthenga le moto, let's say at the moment akanayo imali, right? So if akanayo imali, then it means she has no deposit. But then if bekanayo imali esandleni le azofika lapha athi okay na imali enginayo but ngizothatha isikweleti sale remaining amount, then leyo it's a deposit. But in this case, let's say akanayo deposit at all, so it means yena uMary uzohamba aye bank, right? So nakaye bank uzofika bank aboleke an amount of 150,000 rands, then athathe le mali le athenge le moto, okay? So le moto le sekayithengile, fine, but nasesibuyela ngapha ku-bank, Mary mele abhadare back le mali ayithathile la ebank, right? So let's say ama-conditions akhe athi interest abazomcharge yona, interest rate abazomcharge yona is 10.5% per annum, compounded monthly, okay? And le mali le mele ayibhadare over a period of 5 years ngama installments, okay? So siyakhona ukubona la ukuthi Mary uthathe 150,000 rands, which is i-present value yakhe, which is i-loan yakhe, and interest rate abamcharge yona nayo la, and the duration emele abhadare back le mali, it's 5 years, right? So as-check-e i-question number 1 esingazibuza yona la before so-check-a lama difficulties or lama missing payments, right? So i-question ekumele siyibuza yona yokuqala ukuthi okay uzobhadara malini ngama-installments, right? Naseyabhadara back le bank. So le mali leyo we can calculate it using a present value formula, right? Which is PV is equals to X, and lo X wakho lo yiwo lama monthly installments esifuna ukuwa-calculate. 1 minus 1 plus I to the power negative N, which is my number of payments, N wako, and divided by I, right? Substitution, your present value, uthathe malini lapha uMary ebank, Mary uthathe 150,000 rands, right? So lana sizobhala 150,000 rands sifuna lama monthly installments akhe 1 minus 1 plus, and then interest rate yakhe leazoyibhadara is 10.5% per annum compounded monthly, right? So 10% uzothi 0.105, right? But then sizoyidivide on 12 because it is compounded monthly, okay? And then raised to the power, duration yakhe, it's 5 years, right? 5 years, but multiplied by that 12. All right, and then divided by 0.105 divided by 12. And according to calculation, imali azoyibhadara per month uMary is 3,224.09. Okay, so lawo ilama monthly installments wakhe lakazowabhadara, right? So asicedele scenario ke manje yama missing payments. So let's say uMary in total nase check ama payments wakhe ukuthi uzobhadara ama payments ayingaki, right? It's 5 years every month, so it's 5 times 12, right? So ama payments wakhe in total kuzoba ama payments awu 60, right? So uzowenza 60 payments. So now let's say Mary ubhadarile first payment, wabhadara the second payment up until the 30th payment, right? And then after the payment yes-30 wafacea ama financial difficulties, it means wangasakhona ukubhadara back lesikweleti, right? And let's say azange khona ukubhadara for 4 months, so it means le 31st azange abhadare, 32nd azange abhadare, azange abhadare nala, 34 azange abhadare. It means umise ama payments for 4 months, right? And then wa resume i-payment yakhe ngale payment yes 35 and then up until 60th, right? Okay, so asithi kule nyanga lezi Mary azange khona ukubhadara, and reasons is that maybe akanayo imali for le nyanga lezo for ukuthi abhadale esikweleti semoto, right? It's not like uzothi no bayahlanya ebank angibabhadari this month angibabhadari futhi, because if wenza kanjalo sifuna ukubheka ukuthi kuzom-affecta kanjani, right? So if kune missing payment, number one, into ezokwenzeka bazocalculate le mali le oyikweletayo after le 30th payment yakho. So soyibhadarile ngisho le 30 payment, sifuna ukubona ukuthi malini lesele, how much are you owing, right? So le mali leyo esele bazoyithatha lapha ebank bese bayayikhulisa, and bayikhulisa for le duration la ungabhadari khona. So in this case lo muntu lo ubhadarile la kule state, right? But le 31, 32, 33, 34 azange abhadari. So it means le balance yakhe le ela after le 30th payment, le balance yakhe bazoyithatha bayikhulise, right? So they will increase the remaining balance for 4 months because azange abhadare ama installments wakhe for 4 months. So for example, let's say after the 30th payment beyaselwe 5 rand, okay? So naseka resume la kule 35 angeke basathi usakoleta 5 rand, no, it will be more than 5 rands because sebayikhulisile, right? So into yokuqala kumele sicale sicalculate ukuthi okay malini la ayikoletayo after le payment yakhe yokugcina, and bese sithatha le mali leyo siyayikhulisa for leso sikhathi leso angabhadaranga ngaso, right? And then aseka resume la kule 35 bese bamtshela ibalance enje ukuthi okay manje so credit imali engaka, akusasiyo lesiyicalculate la, sekuzoba imali enje le ekhulisiwe, right? Alright, so asiyicalculate ke le balance ke la after le 30, right? So now calculate the balance lesele. There are actually two ways in which you can calculate the balance, right? But ngizofocus kule A1 lesebenzisa lona le formula le present value. So nasicalculate i-balance esele after some payments, sizosebenzisa i-formula le present value which is PV is equals to X 1 minus 1 plus I to the power minus N divided by I, right? But manje now calculate i-balance, mele unote lento le elaphezulu ukuthi ufaka lama payments angawabhadaranga, the remaining payments kahle kahle. Okay, so khumbula ukuthi in total mele abhadare ngakhi, mele abhadare 60, but sekabhadare ngakhi in this case, sekabhadare until 30, so ukuthi sekabhadare 30, so kusele ngakhi kahle kahle kuze akumele awabhadare, kusele still kusele 30, right? So lena kube coincidence ukuthi la wabhadarile nalawa sele ayalingana, which is 30 but kahle kahle uzofaka lawa from the 31st up until le yokugcina, right? And that is 30 payments. Okay, so asicalculate ke manje the remaining balance, which is PV, is equal to X. X is the monthly installments, right? Ubhadara malini lona 3,224. So that would be 3,224.09. Then 1 minus 1 plus I wako still 10.5%, right? So that would be 0.105 divided by 12 because it is compounded monthly, and then raised to the power lama month lawa sele ukumela abhadare ngakhi in total 60, but sekabhadare ngakhi 30, kushothi kusele ngakhi, kusele 30 payments akusamele wenze, so faka wona lawa ang 30, and then divided by I wako 0.105 divided by 12, and according to calculation yami ngithola 84,745.65, right? So na imali esele kumele ayibhadare after le payment yakhe ye-state, right? So i-balance la it's that 84,745.65, right? So sizothatha le mali le beyisele after le payment ye-state bese siyayikhulisa, and siyikhulisa for how many months? 4 months, because lo muntu lazange abhadare for 4 months, right? So nasiyikhulisa le mali siyikhulisa ngeformula le compound, right? So up wako ile mali le vele beyisele, which is 84,745.65, 1 plus interest rate yako, it's 10.5, which is 0.105 divided by 12 raised to the power how many months? Sang butter for 4 months. So A is equal to 87,750.91. So na imali manje le azoba bakoleta yona ngale payment after the 34th payment le bekumele ayenza. So manje instead of ukuthi i-remaining balance yakhe ibo 84,745 manje sengibani seyingu 87,750.91. so singabheka la ukuthi or singaconclude ukuthi if you miss payments imali yakho le oyikweletayo iphinde futhi yenze njani iyakhuphuka. So ukumisa i-payment kahle kahle, in other words, it's a disadvantage because instead of ukuthi ukwelete 84,000 or something, so ukwelete 87 something, just by missing 4 payments, right, imali yakho seyikhuphuke kakhulu ke manje, right? And unga-calculate ukuthi ikhuphuke ngamalini kahle kahle because manje it's 87 ngamba bewu-84, uzothatha le mali le uminus nale, then you can see how much was the increase kahle kahle if you missed payments. So i-decision ozoyithatha la kule payment is 35. If ufuna ukuqeda ngalesikhathi lesi bekumele uqede ngaso, which is 60 payments, right? If usafuna ukuqeda ngalama payments lawa angu-60, it means kuzomele ukhuphule installments sakho, because if uzoqhubeka ubhadare lo 3,224.09 angeke usakhona ukuqeda sonke lesikweleti because manje imali yakho seyenze njani seyikhuphukile. Bowuzosiqeda lesikweleti kube azange wamisa payment, but manje umisa ama payments and imali yakho yakhuphuka, so it means le 3,224 angeke usacover lesikhathi lesa 60 payments, right? So if ufuna ukucover lesikhathi sa 60 payments, into ekumele uyenze kumele ukhuphule le monthly installment. So instead of ukuthi ubhadale lo 3,224.09 kuzomele ubhadale more than le mali le, right? So that is option number 1. So the option that you have naso resume payments wakho is to increase your installments, right? So you increase your installments if usafuna ukubhadara nge-record time ngalo 60 payments, right? That is option number 1. And then option number 2, into ongayenza unga-increase isikhathi uqhubeke ubhadare lo 3,224.09. Shothi na uqhubeka ubhadare lo 3,224.09 angeke usabhadara for the next bekusele ngaki from 35 up until 60 kuzoba ama-payments awu-25, right? So kahle kahle uselwe ama-payments awu-25, but if angeke usakhona ukubhadara ngalama payments awu-25 which is record time, it means kuzomele ukhuphule le period yakho. So instead of ukuthi ubhadala lawa ayi-25 kuzomele ubhadara maybe ayi-30, right? So it means angeke usaqeda nge-record time, angeke usaqeda ngale 6 years, uzoceda ngesikhathi esi more than 6 years because ube nama missing payments phakathi, right? So lana unga-extenda i-duration yakho leyo kubhadara, but ukhumbule ukuthi if you extend your duration akhona lama interest aba maningi, right? So unga-extenda i-duration but ubhadare the same installment, okay? So asiqale ngale scenario number 1 la uzo increase khona installments sakho, right? So sifuna ukubheka ukuthi if uzo increase le installment kuzomela ubhadare malini manje kuze uqede wena ngani nge-record time, okay? So nasi calculator still sebenza present value formula, which is PV is equals to X 1 minus 1 plus I to the power minus N divided by I, right? And then isikweleti sakho lebe sele after lama missing payments, which is la after the 35th payment or the 34th payment, lama payments owamisile, right? Imali yakho ingibani ingu 87,750.91. So isikweleti sakho ileso, which is 87,750.91. equal to, sifuna ukubheka manje ukuthi ama-installments wakho azoba yimalini, right? 1 minus 1 plus u-I wakho 10.5%, right? Divided by 12 raised to the power. Ayingakho ama-payments asele ke manje. Ama-payments asele, it's 25 payments. Because nawusuka la ku-35 uya ku-60, that is only 25 payments, right? So kuzoba 25 lapha phezulu, and then divided by I, which is 10.5%, divided by 12. So my installments akho izoba ngu 3,923.21, right? If usafuna ukuqeda nge-record time ngale 6 years vele. So manje siyakhona ukubona la ukuthi installments sakhe si-increase from 3,224.09 sa-increase saya kubani? Saya ku 3,923.21, right? Kuze aqede nge-record time. So that is option number 1 lengenzeka, anga-increase ama-installments wakhe aqede nge-record time, or anga-increase lesikhathi angasaqedi nge-record time, right? So anga-extend le duration le kumele abhadare if uzochubeka abhadare the same amount of installments, which is that 3,224.09. So manje sifuna ukubheka ukuthi ayingakho ama-payments azomele awenze if uzochubeka abhadare lena ke, including nalama missing payments, okay? So nalapho si-calculate using the same formula, which is present value. So izothi PV is equals to x1 minus 1 plus I to the power minus n, then divided by I, right? Iskweleti sakhe, it was 87,750.91, and ama-installments uyachubeka no 3,224, right? It was 3,224.09, okay? And then 1 minus 1 plus I, which is 10.5% compounded monthly. And manje sifuna ukubheka ukuthi lama payments akhe azobhadara ayingaki, right? Okay, so manje sekumele sisolve for UN, right? Lana sizo cross multiply both sides. So sizothi level la ngaphansi multiply by layer, level layer multiply by layer, right? So nasithi 87,750.91 multiplied by denominator yakho, which is 0.105 divided by 12. Ngapha kuzophuma 767.82. All right, it's a round off to 2 decimal places, and then that is equal to 3,224.09, right? 1 minus 1 plus this 10% divided by 12 raised to the power minus n, right? Okay, and then we can divide both sides by 3,224.09. Okay, and then ngapha sizothola 767.82 divided by 3,224.09, and then total 0.23815, okay, and then equal to 1 minus 1 plus 0.105 divided by 12 is the power n, right? And then lana singathatha lo 1 simmixe ngale, right? And then izothini 0.23815 minus 1, right? And then sizothola negative 0.76 185 equals to negative 1. All right, lokhu lapha bracket singakushaya konke ne, and then sithola ukuthi kuthini kuzothi 1 plus 0.105 divided by 12, okay, and then kuzothi 1.00875 raised to the power negative, and we can divide by negative both sides, kuzophuma positive both sides, right? .875 raised to the power negative n. So lana ke singasebenzisa ama-laws e-logarithm, right? Izothini exponent, which is minus n, is equal to log base, and then base yako in this case ilo 1.00875, number yako is that 0.76185. So negative n is equal to negative 31.222, and then it's divided both sides by negative, so totally positive, which is 31.222. So it means there are 31 payments, but kuno 0.222, right? And we cannot say ubhadare half payment, but singatsho ukuthi le mali le ayibhadarile on the last payment, it's not a full payment, kuzoba imali encane, but it's still counted as a payment. So lo muntu lo sobhadara approximately 32 payments, but leyo kugcina since ingabo 0 point something, it's not a full payment, akusiyo le full amount, which is 3,224, right? Maybe uzobhadara 1,000 something, so it's a smaller payment, right? But lama payments wakhe, if aka increasanga le installments akhe, it will be 32 instead of lo 25 bowusela, right? Chothi kunama payments lawa extra lawa bhadarile because umisa ama payments somewhere in between. So in conclusion, if you have missing payments, right, interest yako lozoyibhadara izokhuphuka, your interest will increase, and this is actually a disadvantage. So singaconclude ukuthi if uthatha i-loan, make sure you don't miss any payments wabhadara ngesikhathi, right? Because if you miss a payment, it will be a disadvantage on you because le loan izobe seyiyakhuphuka, and loko sikuprovile la or sikukhombisile la ukuthi if you miss payments for 4 months, nale mali le izokhuphuka for 4 months, angeke zihlale ingu-84,745.65, right? But naso uthi so decide ukubhadara 40 seyikhuphukile ke manje, right? So it's like ubuyele move. So just make sure ukuthi you don't miss any payments on a loan.